practices from SugarCRM. So for those of you who haven't met yet, my name is Nassi. I'm the Director of Digital Customer Experience Operations at SugarCRM. And within SugarCRM, I am a part of the customer experience organization. So we focus on making sure Sugar customers have everything they need to be successful using Sugar, all the resources, all the information, and just generally have a great customer experience. And within that organization, I'm part of the adoption team, and we are in charge of two main pillars, SugarU, which is our training and certification education program, and Sugar Club, which is our community, which we'll soon be focusing on today. So, I'm going to tell you a story today. You saw on the last slide, I have two little kids, so stories are kind of pretty common in our house. You've all heard of Star Wars. Everyone knows that story. John's around here. There he is. He was asking me about it last night. And the story of our team, it's a more rebellious team, kind of a small team, overcoming big obstacles. And we wage a battle against an evil empire, more well-known competitors in the marketplace, led by the evil Darth Benioff. Vader is actually supposed to be the name, I think. We were waging this battle, and the battle is to turn our community from a small contingent of our customer base into a more significant factor in closing more deals, stronger renewal rates, and capping it off, a 90% increase in membership in less than 3 years. So if you're not familiar with Sugar, we are a software company. We build software that helps sales, service, and marketing teams connect with their customers and provide them a better opportunity to grow their businesses, helping their customers help their own customers. We help them engage with one another and make it a great customer experience for them. We consider ourselves the best kept secret in CRM. We have about 500 employees. We have customers all over the globe, and we target mid-market businesses. So hopefully some people can have some resonates with some of you. We might have a similar size or a little business and trying to tackle those challenges. And you've probably heard of the mega vendor in our marketplace. I'm sure some of you use plenty of their softwares, and you've heard of their community, but we consider ourselves at Sugar to be a challenger brand, and we have gone through this journey of figuring out how to compete by effectively deploying the Verint community platform. So previously, community was kind of an objection in our sales cycle. They'd see, why isn't it as robust as Trailhead? Why isn't it as good as Salesforce's? Why isn't it big and blossoming? And we wanted to solve that. And to solve that, it did not take forever, it didn't take very much time at all, and almost no budget hit at the same time. So we went from 5,000 in our previous community to up to almost 10,000 users in less than 3 years. So at SugarCRM, we look at the marketplace and figure out, everyone uses some sort of CRM, customer experience software, and we know there has to be a better way to do this. We have our customers leverage our technology to make their customer experience easier to manage. The problem was we weren't making our own customer's experience easier to manage, making it harder. So before I jump in on all this, just want to show hands who's already using Verint Community today. A lot of people. Who's using any community, maybe not on the Verint Community yet? And anyone not using a community at all and just learning about community, trying to maybe deploy one in the future? So what I'm going to be showing you for everyone who's not using community yet or not using Verint, I'll be sharing our experience in building our community out and the approaches we've taken to improve our customer experience using the Verint community as our focus. And for everyone else who's already using Verint community, hopefully you'll see some similar experiences to your own and take away some great ideas and strategies on how to deploy this more programs for yourself in the future, enhance your customer experiences. I'm going to travel back to early 2020. Things were a little different back then, and Sugar was going through a huge evolution at the time. We had acquired some companies, we had leadership changes, and just a massive overall identity shift. We were kind of calling it the new Sugar. Our community did not represent that. It was focused on the old mentality. It was very technical, very high barrier for entry, and kind of hard for use, high barrier for entry for our end users who weren't getting the support they needed from the community. On top of all that, our platform we were on, Jive, was about to end of life. So we knew it was time for a change. So a group of us met up to build a mission, figure out how we were going to solve this problem. We had a cross-functional in-person workshop, and teams consisted of marketing, customer experience, IT, support, and had cross-reference from all across the company. And we reviewed our existing customer experience. We saw that it was disconnected information, lots of different channels to focus on for a customer, and customers couldn't really work well with each other. We're building that network together, and we wanted to define what that experience should be versus what it was. So those businesses, the CX side and the marketing side, really joined together to solve this. We knew we wanted to focus on advocacy, passion about using sugar, not just how do I solve things, how do I fix a problem. We wanted to make a vibrant, connected community, and to do so, we decided on these three pillars: engage, learn, and explore. Those three pillars really define all of our planning and all of our goal setting today still. All of this, and we also had a very short timeline to do it. This is early 2020. We had August as a go live date. So we had less than 8 months to do all of the things. So we identified specific ways we're going to bring this to life, really changes that would enhance this user experience. And with this revamp of our community and everything else we were doing, we didn't want to continue on the same path we were on. We didn't want to rip and replace. We wanted to figure out how to do it better, not focus on, we've always done it this way, which is a pitfall we often fall into. Had to make the experience over. So first of all, we focused on a cohesive brand and content experience. We want to make a one-stop shop for our customers, make it easy for them. Tackle that low barrier for entry, make it super easy for those customers to access our community and our resources. And leverage our technology better, leverage technology in general better. We're a software company, we can automate these things, we don't have to make everything manual. So we identified ways to take something that was good, something that worked in our community, but we wanted to make it better. So we took that old community and we evolved it. We had this new focus, we had a new name, a new brand around the community, the Sugar Club. We were using a new, much more adaptable and versatile technology with our community. And we were focusing on individual members. Focus on their engagement, their certifications, their training, their experience, their advocacy. Focus on that. And really just hit that new sugar mentality. So Sugar Club launched in August of 2020, right on time as expected. And huge thank you to Social Edge. They were instrumental in getting us over that finish line. We gave them a short timeline and they blew it out of the water. We were able to focus on Sugar Club, on showing our customers that this is the place where they could come, no matter where they are in the world, hit that global audience, focus on them as an individual member, connect them to each other, focus on their training and certifications being available from SugarU, available in Sugar Club, and have it be their information hub, showing them releases, showing them other news, updates about the company, everything they need to know. So we did this again, focusing on those three guiding principles, staying that course. Engage, learn, and explore. So I'm going to go into how we've taken those three pillars and how we address each of them individually in our community today. So first I'm going to talk about engaging our audience. And this is how we engage our customers, how they engage with each other. We have a variety of strategies to do this. We have our Raving Fans program, which we reinvigorated our old advocacy program and incorporated right into Sugar Club using the out-of-the-box Verint community technology with the gamification and badge methods, which are over here. So we identified our individual users, spotlight them, and give them achievements for things that they do, both inside and outside the community. We also launched a program called Social Club, which are regularly scheduled virtual roundtable sessions. They're hosted by Sugar subject matter experts, and they have a limited audience, so we only allow about 25 or so max people. So it's a very intimate audience, everyone's comfortable to talk, to share, and we request that everyone has their cameras on as well, so that they can really have those conversations, kind of like we have at conferences like this, you get that real-time, face-to-face interaction. We also expand all those programs outside of our community. As part of our engagement strategy, we're linking these online and offline activities and tie everything back into the community. So it's that one-stop mentality. We had Club Zone in 2021, which was our first virtual user conference we held at Sugar. We had it regionally focused, so there was 3 different sessions essentially, one for the Americas, one for APAC, and one for EMEA. And they were focused on how people actually use Sugar, not just the grand vision. We didn't have the big, no offense to conferences like this, we didn't have the big grand keynote speeches up on stage, the grand vision. It was really focused on how can you be successful using the platform. We also have our leadership lounge, which connects our executive team with our customers. They share thoughts and insights, questions in the leadership lounge, the executive team, and allow our customers to interact directly with them. It's that straight shot to the executive team, which is not something you get in most companies. You can't really talk to the CEO or the chief customer officer, things like that. We've also expanded our event offerings, making everything available within the community. Make sure we have that calendar available for everyone with all the Sugar events that we have, and find a place to get everything you need. We work closer with the marketing team to do this and make sure we have a governance policy and a way to collaborate internally to make sure we're presenting everything well externally, not stepping on each other's toes, not having conflicting events, and that's something we're continually working on. We also have our Grow Adoption Framework, which are playbooks that we offer for all of our customers to be able to launch Sugar internally. So not just looking at documentation, here's how the system works, but actually here's how you deploy it to your users. Here's programs you can do to work with your team leads and everyone along the whole line. We make that available for everyone. It's focused on Sugar, but all the ideas can be deployed to any internal development, any internal process you're delivering. And we also award and recognize our customers. We make sure that we badge them appropriately when they win customer awards, like in the keynote earlier today, we saw the awards. So if you go to our community, if someone works for a company that won a customer award, you can see the badge on their profile. We really want to celebrate them. Our second pillar is how we guide our customers on learning about using Sugar, how they can understand how to use the systems, how to use the platform. And we consider learning the really important aspect of our community because we want our customers to be successful, we want them to know how to deploy everything. We also offer these learning styles, multiple learning styles, because everyone learns a different way, whether you want to read, whether you want to watch a video, take a course, we have something for everyone. So we've linked our LMS and our community together for a cohesive experience. You can go into the community and see our entire product catalog, and you can access our learning catalog and access our training courses through our single sign-on integration developed by Social Edge, and allows our customers to register for those courses and enroll right in the community. They don't have to go to a separate site, they don't have to create a separate login. It's really easy for them, breaking down that barrier to learning. We've also developed plenty of other ways for our customers to learn. We connected training to the community and display all these different options right there for them. We have our SugarU podcast for Sugar administrators, which we have the full listing for right in the community, give them easy access to use their podcast player of choice and find information. We also launched a quick video library, which are like 3 to 5 minute videos focusing on one specific action using Sugar. Really easy, digestible information that they can just find out how to do this one thing and move on to the next one. We've also expanded our certification program and added a lot more ways to recognize and identify users on their learning journey. So we have two different variations of certification, if you will. First is our actual official certifications. We have paid courses that you can take, or paid exams you can take, and those are renewed on a biannual basis every 2 years. Make sure that you really know what you are doing in sugar, make sure it's your current technology, nothing's outdated, and it's not focused on knowing the answers, it's focused on competency. So can you actually perform these actions, not read the documentation and know that the answer is A or B. We also have a skill builders program, and these are much lower barrier for entry. They're a collection of courses, it's like a pathway, where you take these couple courses and you become an expert in sugar on, say, like analytics or user management. And it allows you to be very competent in one specific area, but not have to know all of the different pieces to be a full sugar administrator, for instance, or developer. And this is actually one of our least publicized programs we did. We kind of like quietly soft launched it, and it was one of the most successful ones we did at the time. We had so many people immediately jumping in and getting their badges, getting certified, getting those skill builders. It was really successful for people. So the third and final pillar are the tools we allow our customers to explore our products, get to know more about how they work, about how to use them, how to solve their individual challenges, and get more out of their product offerings, get more out of their experience, and possibly find some other ways to use the software to solve business challenges. So we had an easy, we have a lot of different product lines. We have multiple, I don't know how many, it's 10, 15, 20, somewhere around there. And every product we have has a different release cadence, it's kind of deployed differently. Some are full SaaS, some are hosted, you can host on site, it's kind of all over the place. And we're continually iterating them, making it really hard for our users to figure out, I have to look at this area to find when this product updates, I have to look over here, find when this one updates, and get those release notes, all that information, new features, etc. So we developed a program called Release Central, which is a area in our community, a group in our community where customers can find information they need when they need it on the release cadence they want every single quarter. So they go in, they can see everything that happened in Q1 2023, everything coming in Q3 2023, find the information if they want to get ahead, if they're maybe a couple releases behind, they can just access everything they need in one spot. It really makes it easier for them to get the information when they need it, not when we want to put it out. We had customers getting lost in our community and in our entire digital experience. There was kind of too many offerings, which is kind of a good problem to have, but if you get lost, it's not really useful. So we gave them a map. We focused our individual product forums and every other group in the community basically on what you would need if you're using this product. You go into the Sugar Market product forum, you'll find information about our Sugar Market training programs, Sugar Market quick videos, Sugar Market documentation, product announcements, same thing, Sugar Sell, our sales automation system. You go to the Sugar Sell forum and you see all that same information for Sugar Sell. So you have one-stop shop and all of these areas link together, as you can see. We also link to our community across all of our digital experiences, whether it's in our support site where we have all of our documentation and access to our case portal. You'll see a feed of recent Sugar Club posts and announcements. And you can also easily access the community right in the header. And even in our product, in the bottom left of our toolbar, you see a link to help support information, where you can access the documentation, you can access our community, you can jump right over straight to our training area, our training certification group in the community, find whatever you need wherever you are on any of those sites. Make it very interesting. So our team is really proud of everything we've done. We did a lot of work in very little time. And it doesn't always seem like it kind of seems like you're running through mud sometimes. But when we look back at everything, it's hard hard not to pat ourselves on the back and be happy about it. So if we go back to when we were getting ready to do all this, before and at and during our launch, we were working super close hand in hand with Social Edge, like I mentioned. They helped us hit all of our deadlines, get everything out the door, and on time, and not a bad product. They actually made something really good, really cool, really solid, and really fast. Those first 12 weeks or so, we were focusing on really how to get started, what was our community gonna do? We didn't have this new thing we're gonna try, how are we gonna build it? Identify our use cases, set up our single sign-on, build it all out, design, all the design work we had to do, branding, data migration, training our administrators, our stakeholders, our other employees, our customers, getting everyone ready for this. And we quickly evolved the site. We consider it to be a living and breathing thing. It's a representation of our company. It's the face of our company for our customers. So we want to make sure it's dynamic, it's engaging, and just staying up with everything we're doing. And to do all this, we don't need an army. Many of you know we don't have a huge team. It was just a small, focused, and effective team, good planning, and figuring out where we're going to go next. Obviously, we need to take over the world. So I want to dive in a little bit more. I mentioned our branding before. This is something we're really passionate about. We want to make it fun, engaging. We want you to go to our site and want to stay there. It's not stale, it's not boring. We worked really close with our marketing team to build out this experience. And we had it unique to our community. We really couldn't have done it without marketing helping us set this up. I'm not the designer to do all this, I can't make this up. And they made it fun, exciting, bright, engaging, everything. There's a lot of elements here which really bring that human aspect. We focus a lot on how we focus on those individual members. We want it to look like there's real people here. At Sugar, our corporate branding, if you look on our corporate website, you'll see a lot of individual people, silhouettes, cutouts of people where they're doing their job, they're talking in front of an audience or something, or they're sitting at their computer, laughing, talking. We took that same idea, but made it this illustrated design. And in our brand guidelines at Sugar, the Sugar Club, the community, is the only place you can use these illustrated designs. Everything else has to be real people. So you know, visually, if you see illustration, you're in the community, you're in Sugar Club, or if you're looking at real people, you're on the corporate side. Again, I have to call out Social Edge again, because we gave them, here's what we want it to look like this. And okay, this part won't work, this part will, move this over here, and here's how we can make it look exactly like what you want. We gave them a roadmap, and they were able to make it look perfect. They also helped us have the tools and training to be able to maintain this, evolve it, continually make it better. Because it's hard to sustain all this stuff. And we've run into the problem before where we had design and didn't keep it live, keep it running, and it got stale. We don't have that anymore. Again, this is the face of your company. Your customers see this, and they think about you. This is the experience they have, and we wanted to make sure that it was fresh, it was relevant for them. It was nice to see, and really tie it back to our identity as a company. So, to improve this experience, we really decided to make Sugar Club the anchor point at SugarCRM. This is where you go as a customer to get the information you need. This requires company buy-in from across the entire organization. Every department, they know that they have to have their content in Sugar Club if they're posting for a customer. Or we have to have access to it through Sugar Club. They can't just spin up their own site, have it there, and make our customers go somewhere else. We have to have it in the club. It requires us as a team to stay well connected internally. We go to all kinds of different meetings with all different departments to make sure we're up to date on everything that they're doing so that we can make sure they're following this decree, if you will. We're constantly reinforcing this every single meeting, all the time. So we know the adage, all roads lead to Rome, but at SugarCRM, they all lead to Sugar Club. So we are a CRM company, we're a tech company. I'd love to come up here and say we have this amazing integration between our community and our CRM that has all the content we need everywhere, all at once. We're working on it. It's a continual process of iterating. We're trying to link the two platforms together as much as we can. We're constantly building these bridges. And today we have some of our user data syncing between the two, so you can see information from our CRM go over to the community, things like their name, email address, title, company they work for, things like that. We use that to run our commissions and achievements in the Verint community to make sure that we can kind of cross those things together, cross that bridge between the two sites. We're also tracking activity through the use of cookies with our Sugar marketing automation system. And we want to make this better. We're in some final stages internally of a new project where we're linking our content management system, or CMS. We're putting it into our CRM. That runs all of our documentation, our knowledge base. All those pieces are now going to be edited and created through our CRM instead of having our users go to a separate site to do that. Our knowledge management and documentation is not in our community yet. But the cool thing is with this program, we built in another kind of backdoor, an open road or something, to connect the same way to our community. So our users and employees will be able to create, modify, read content from the community in our CRM. We're also making this the data repository. So say you're a support rep and you're working on a case and you want to see other community posts that are relevant to what that customer is running into, you can hopefully see that soon right there in the CRM that you're already working at one stop again for our employees this time. We're also working on a more scheduled and faster sync for the user data going between the community and the CRM. Right now it's on login that the data syncs. We're working on getting it as a more scheduled process, so it'll always be up to date for whenever you view someone in the community. Again, we're focusing to make the community centralized for our employees too. Everyone across the board needs to know that the community is the place to go. And within the Verint platform, we're constantly evolving everything. We all know how flexible and open everything is. We're constantly changing and playing around, building new widgets, building automations, rely really heavily on the marketplace to either get ideas, download add-ins, scope everything out, buy new packages, make our site better, expand it, build onto it. We're also finding more ways whenever we can to connect and integrate all of our sites together, all of our different digital experience sites, and add more and more internal programs from SugarCRM into the community. Whenever we can find a way to make it work, we're going to plug it in. We've gone through multiple UI refreshes, both group-specific and site-wide. We've had corporate branding refreshes. I've gone through 2 since we've been on our current community, so had to refresh everything. All the fonts, all the colors, all the schemes. And we've changed that user experience for customers in the community from focusing on specific products. I mentioned before how many different product lines we have and different features, to more focused on the experience. Are you a salesperson? Are you a marketer? Which core platform are you using? And then work from there instead of having to go to each individual piece. To do all this, we have a very strong focus on tooling and templating. It takes a lot of time to be dynamic, to make all these changes, do all these images that we're making in the community. And we're a small team, so we have to make those hard things easy. We focus a lot on that user interface and design. We reduce our decision-making time. We rely on our brand guidelines to build these things out, so we have kind of a little bit of a roadmap. But we reduce our processing time with any kind of delays because we're able to do these things ourselves. We are empowered in our CX team to make all the different branding we need to do with templates from our marketing team. So we use things like Canva, Adobe Illustrator to build these images out. And again, we have templates to do all this stuff. We know what to use, we can plug it in and make it all work. We know where the images are, we have the library, and we can just make things quickly without having to wait for back and forth tasks to be approved and submitted and all that red tape basically. And we also use Docebo, which is our LMS program, which is also very customizable. So we can make that consistent experience for our users, where they're on the community, they're also kind of going back to the site.
Did you guys create a lot of the templates, or did they already come with that program?
Our marketing team created them in Canva, for instance, and we have the brand guidelines where we can use the different colors and images, so we kind of put it all together in that. Did that answer the question? We're also focusing a lot on technical improvements. I'm not a developer by trade. I've learned a lot in the last 3 years on how to do all this stuff. So a lot of this relies on like my knowledge of CSS, HTML, APIs. So I'm learning through all different means, whether it be working with Social Edge, working in the Verint community, which, all you guys help out a lot on that, and in my own knowledge of that, and make our site better. Other communities, involved in the CMX community, for instance, there's other ways to find this information, get inspiration. And I'm always telling people internally, if they want to see something, we focus on one main idea, right? Anything's possible. We'll figure out a way to make it work. So, I'm sure your executives are always asking you the same question, what's next? We always get that. So we're focused on two main themes for this year. We looked at 2023, we're saying we're first going to improve our digital customer experience. We have improved a lot already, we want to make it even better. We're working on an upgrade of our community to version 12. It's been in process for a while, I'm really trying to get it over the finish line finally. We're working on more of that CRM, CMS, community integration tie-ins, and strengthening that, building those bridges. We're also trying to do some consolidation and decluttering. Our community is pretty, not to say old, but we've been around for a while. We've been doing community at Sugar for a long time. So there's a lot of content, a lot of data. Some of it's not really relevant anymore. We gotta make sure we're keeping up and keeping the house clean. We also want to focus more on a sense of community for our members. We want to make them feel like part of something, have a sense of belonging, share more best practices, help each other out more. We've laid this foundation, and we want to increase that real-time interaction. We want to increase their network. And we want them to know each other, not just as someone who's helping fix a problem, but as a person, what their interests are, what they're doing in their job, in their life. We want to build that customer experience even more, focus on that individual. And just, like I said, focus on a sense of belonging. It's kind of the main thing we've been focusing on. So we've done all this stuff that we talked about in the last few minutes. We talked about the 3 pillars: engage, learn, explore. Heard us say that a bunch. How we've done this, how we're continuing it, what we're doing in the future. But what's it meant for the business? What's it meant for Sugar? First of all, we're planning on hitting 10,000 members, like I mentioned earlier, right around our 3-year anniversary this August. So we're on track to hit. Our forecasting says right around the 3-year anniversary. Total coincidence, pretty cool though. Nice serendipitous moment. And when we look at these numbers, this is basically the slide that I shared internally in our internal SharePoint, right on our community page, to let our employees see the health of our community. It's our own little dashboard for them. And we're really happy with these numbers. We've seen a lot of growth in them. We've seen how we're rewarding our members, how much engagement and interaction we have, and we really want to continue to grow. So when we migrated to Sugar Club, like I said, we've been around for about 15 years of community experience or forum experience at Sugar, and we moved over about 5,000 users. And again, we're about to hit 10,000, so we're effectively double our membership in 3 years in our community. Pretty good too. We've also been breaking out how much revenue in our company is represented in our community. This is really cool to see. So how many of our customers by dollar are in our community? So a little over 40%, which is pretty cool to see. When you see the actual number with all the zeros and commas and everything, it's a pretty big number. It's nice, but it can be way better. Like, we have a lot of room to grow, and we're really good focusing on that. Again, that sense of belonging, building that experience up, we want to increase that. And part of the reason for that is we've noticed that less than 3% of our former customers that have churned in the last few years were in the community. So we've seen a strong tie of how engaged they are. 97% of people who leave the company aren't involved. It's a really big red flag. If you're not involved, if you're not doing these activities, if you're not in the community, if you're not engaged, you're probably not going to remain a customer. We focus on renewals. We have 1 to 3 to 5 year renewal contracts. So if you're not happy with the system, you're not using the things, you're not deploying things, you're not learning correctly, you're not going to be successful and you're going to churn. So these numbers are good, but again, they can be better. So we've seen a lot of accolades from our customers and our employees. We've had positive feedback on both sides. One of our very popular and very frequent and active community members, Francesca, has talked about how SugarClub is quite possibly the best developer community and one of the best learning tools you will find. We've seen it from our CEO. He's compared us to Trailhead and Salesforce. He says what the team has delivered is equivalent or better, and we've done that with a fraction of their budget. I told you to make it better than Trailhead, make it better than Salesforce. They have 500,000 people working on their team. We have 1 to 3 to 5 to 10, depending on how you look at it. And in our sales cycle, it's not a liability anymore. Community is actually something people see in the sales cycle and are excited about. It helps them know that they're going to have a way to expand and learn about their system without having to add budget for professional services work or engage with a partner for more help. If they're on a budget, which a lot of us are, it's a cost-saving measure for them. So they can interact and learn from other customers. I'm going to summarize everything now. So we attribute our success with our community to a few main points. First of all, it's not just our CX team, it's not just me working on our community. We have this, again, close tie-in and partnership with our marketing team. Some of you may be in marketing, but finding those relationships internally to build towards success together is extremely helpful. Our marketing team pushes customers to the community. We make sure we're not stepping on each other's toes with content or with events and things like that. Tying those programs together, working towards the advocacy, but then a great way for us all to hit our goals together. It's that go-to place for customers. Our employees know this, they buy into it. It's referenced by our exec team all the time, all of our meetings, internal, external webinars. Go find us in SugarClub, go look in SugarClub for this, promote this in SugarClub, everything ties to it. Everyone's really forced to go there for what they need, basically. It's the only option. And it stays top of mind for us. We're, like I said, constantly iterating on it, constantly working on it, constantly trying to improve. We never took the launch it and leave it mentality. We have monthly meetings with our chief customer officer. We have weekly meetings with our marketing team. Where a bunch of us are involved in different departmental meetings and team meetings every week, every bi-weekly, whatever it is. We want to stay engaged with our entire company so everyone reinforces this. Strong partnership and engagement with Verint, with the Verint community, with Social Edge, everyone. We are getting information all the time, and I'm constantly being pushed by everyone here, everyone virtually. If we have a crazy idea, there's always someone saying, go for it, do it, build it. And it's that sense of encouragement that helps break down those barriers and expand everything for us. We always have crazy ideas, and having someone support that is really helpful. And finally, strategic actions to reinforce the importance of our community. At Sugar, we talk about SugarClub, and we talk about SugarClub, we talk about SugarClub, we talk about SugarClub, we talk about SugarClub, we keep talking about it until we won't shut up about it. We make sure that everyone remembers and does not forget, you have to use SugarClub for this. We correct naming and nomenclature. If they say something, we say that they call it the community or the Sugar community. No, it's SugarClub. It is this. This is what you do. Always reinforce that. We work really hard on all the branding and all the methodology. Make sure everyone's using it. And just keep moving towards success. Finally, don't forget to celebrate your wins. and